Man, growing up, I used to complain about every single thing in life. I used to be the guy that if we went out on a nice, beautiful, sunny day, I was still complaining about, oh, this is so tiring to walk in a hot, sunny day. It is so hot here. Why are we doing this? Why aren't we going there? Why aren't we visiting that place instead? And all my life growing up, I'm now 17 years old, and I was little when I was like 10, 11, 13, 14, even 15, and all the way below that. I used to complain about every single little bullshit thing, and I was wondering, why do people not want to be around me? Why do people always say that I have an attitude? Why do people always say that you are always complaining? And I thought that what I was doing was completely normal. But it turns out that I was the bad guy all along because I was bringing down everybody's energy. I was making the place feel more negative. I was the guy who was overall just not uplifting everybody, but doing the opposite, bringing everyone down. A lot of people still live like this today, by the way, and I'm not judging anybody because I was that way. I was a guy who was always negative. But the topic of this video is negativity will never make you a better person. Negativity will never do you any good in this world. And the reason I know that is because ever since I've been starting to think more positively and to act more positively and to look at people not with a look of judgment and look at people with a look of trust, of actually getting to know them and actually understanding why they think the things that they think and not being so judgmental just out of looks or just out of the first couple of words they say. If you actually understand why people do certain things, you can talk to them, you can change their mind, and you can be the person that uplifts everybody and not brings everybody down, because genuinely nothing good comes from negativity. And let me give you a practical example. If you, like before I said, if we go out on a beautiful sunny day, like let's say if I go out on a hike with my family, with friends or whatever, I go out and instead of complaining, I start showing gratitude, like this beautiful sunny day, like it is so pleasant. I love that we get to do this instead of staying inside, instead of having to study, instead of having to do boring or strenuous things. Instead, we get to go out and relax. And if you think that showing gratitude or just overall seeing the positive things for what they are, if you think that this is cringe, then I'm going to change your mind, because it is not cringe whatsoever. Like the mainstream media has pushed this narrative so far that, oh, gratitude and all this is cringe and everything is bad, this is bad, that is bad. But no, if you genuinely focus on the positive things, they will come to you. You will be like a magnet that attracts everything into your direction, because that's how life works. Just think about it for a second. How could you be depressed? How could you be genuinely sad if you only focus on the positive things? I'm not saying to just completely ignore anything that's negative, but even if you see something that's objectively seen as negative by most people, you can still find the good in it. If somebody has had an accident, you can still find the good in it. You can still be like, at least he survived, at least he didn't break both his arms, at least he is still breathing, at least he still gets to talk and be able to express his thoughts, at least he is not disabled. Like, you can find the good in genuinely everything. And if you keep looking for the good things, you will find good things. If you keep looking for the bad things, you will find the bad things. It's a practical example I've heard a long time ago that I still remember. If you close your eyes and you focus on the color green, you will see everything that's green. That carpet is green right there, you can't see it, but I can. If you focus on the color red, and I see red right there, so if you focus on the positive things, you will find the positive things. If you focus on the negative things, you will find the negative things. And this is truly how simple this all is. You don't need to overcomplicate it. And you must be like, how do I start being more positive? How do I start just focusing on the positive things? If you feel like your life is falling out of place, if you feel like this isn't in order, like I don't know what I should do, I don't know what's up with my future, I don't know what I will do later in my life, like all this stress is just has been brought upon me and I don't know how to react. Well, the first step you can take to managing stress is to realize that you are here in the moment. Take a deep breath, look around you and realize that you are not in danger. You are at peace with yourself, you are at peace with your environment, and you can relax. And start, just slowly, just start showing gratitude towards the world. Show that you actually are grateful for this life that you have, because it's so easy to be like, oh, that person, he is a lot richer, he's a lot more handsome, he's a lot better than me in all of these aspects. But then there are people who are starving in Africa, then there are people who have objectively way worse circumstances than you, and they are still happier than you. Why is that? Because they are grateful, because they focus on the positive things. And you can do the same, you can actually focus on the positive things no matter what your life circumstances are. There will be people out there who objectively have way worse life situations, life circumstances, whatever you want to call it, than you, and they are still happier, still more fulfilled. It's overall because they are more positively thinking than you, because you let these negative thoughts get to you and you don't realize that the only way to get better is to start focusing on the positive things and to start doing something about it. But first, it all starts in the mind, obviously. Like, it all starts in the mindset at first, but then you actually have to do something, not just think about doing this or doing that. If you actually start to do something and act with positive intent, every single day you start acting with positive intent, then the people around you will feel it. You will feel it. God will feel it. Everybody will respect you more, and everybody will see that you actually want to do something good in this world. You don't want to bring people down, you want to lift people up, and whatever you give out into this world, you will get back. So just think about that for a second. Whatever you give out, you will get back. If you give out a bunch of negative energy, that's what you will get back. If you give out a bunch of positive energy, that's what you will get back. And it's that simple. It's that simple. Truly that simple. Might be easy to have some losses, like you fail at this, you fail at that, you made a mistake here, you made a mistake there. But those mistakes only live in your head. If you just forget about the mistake or don't see the mistake as a bad thing and see it as a stepping stone, all of this stress that comes from your past life, all of these bad thoughts will just start to disappear, because God will see that these don't bother you. So He will let you be happy and fulfilled, because you genuinely deserve to be happy. I mean, why even live on this earth if you don't even feel like living, you know? And the only way to feel like living is to show gratitude. And the way you do that is you start acting with self-respect. You start to respect other people, and then they will respect you. You start to respect yourself, so other people will respect you. Start being more social, talk to more people, get genuinely interested in what they do or why they do it. Because some people might seem dumb on the surface, but once you get to know them, you realize that there is a lot more to them than you first thought. So start thinking more positively, start acting more positively, and watch your life change, my man.